Yeah, that seems like it's working. That seems functional. This is a very sensitive noise gate that I've put on this. Maybe I need to make it a bit more gatey. But maybe not, I don't know. The hell do I know, guy? Alright, what's going to be the right way for me to do this? Okay, we're going to go over here. I'm going to load up this web page. The magic of NDI technology, wireless, everything, and so on and so forth. I am here in my garage like a G. No. No? Okay, that seems like it's working. How's everybody doing? Assuming you can hear me. Hello. Throw away the floppy disks. You're just being crazy. What? You know how hard it is to get blank floppy disks these days? Come on now. That's just ridiculous. I packed all my floppy disks in here, but I missed some, as you do. And so I got these. They're all different fun colors. I don't know what this shot looks like. I don't have this shot up. So hi. I don't know what this shot looks like. This says Shop Key 1.4 Disc 2 of 2. I don't even know what Shop Key is. Or why I would have a copy of it. They have fun colors. It's fun colors. Well, you throw away these fun... You can throw away this fun stuff. But the dumpster's coming. And I don't mean... That's not like a nickname. The dumpster's coming. You know, nothing cool like that. We're getting a dumpster to throw a bunch of stuff away in pretty soon here. We're going to throw a bunch of stuff away. Most of it's inside the house. This stuff, gotta keep all this stuff. This is all the good shit. You know, can't really get rid of this. Yeah, I've made some moves in here. It's much more manageable in terms of like when I look around and see like, okay, stuff just kind of needs to go in boxes now. And there's some confusing things like empty boxes for consoles that I'm not really sure. Like I've thrown a bunch of them away, but not all of them. So I still have like this, the Xbox One S box. It's got this lady. It's got the Marine Man. It's got Marcus Phoenix and Car. The 4 video games. Is that? The 4 video games are represented here on the back of this. So, yeah, that stuff probably needs to get trashed. Because I don't really need to keep it. And then this stuff, this I guess is on the right side of your shot. This shit over here is all stuff from the office. I mean, it's all already in boxes, so it can kind of just move. But there's a part of me that wants to bust it all open, go through it, and probably throw a bunch of stuff away because I didn't pack it. So it was just kind of like all the shit from my desk. Oh, ouch. And I probably don't need that. Most of that, anyway. So, yeah, but we're kind of down to it in terms of time remaining. So, like, the concept of, like, packing properly and really sifting through everything to make sure that we're packing the right stuff. Like, we're kind of past that point, so really it's just going to be throw everything in boxes and worry about it later, which I should show you this fucking box. I don't even think I can move it over here, but, like, okay, I'm going to try and get the shot up on this monitor here so I can aim it properly. Okay, there's me. Hi. So this box over here is my cables box, where I just, anytime I found a cable that was loose, I just threw it in. It's one of these size boxes, and I'm gonna have to grab the camera, I think, to make this work. And I don't know if this cable. This isn't gonna work. You can always buy one of those apps that let you use your phone as an NDI device and really fucking take this up a notch, but not tonight. Okay. Now I can't get around this. I've made a mistake. Let's see. Give me that. Here, I'll try to tilt it. Yeah, there you go. That's cables. Some fat capes. You never know when you're going to need scuzzy cable. You never know when you're going to be hooking up a zip drive. Actually, I found my zip drive, and I'm like, oh, I should hook this up. There's probably stuff on these discs that I should get at, and then destroy it all. So the cables box has not been sealed yet because I'm pretty sure there are more cables in the garage to find. But yeah, you know, stuff's going in boxes. A lot of the stuff in the house is in boxes. And it's all happening. It's fucking nuts. But we're doing it. Moving, baby. And it's fucking crazy. So, is the house sold? No. I currently own 2 homes through some weird process. We've gone that way with it, and so we are moving, and then this house is going up on the market as soon as it's empty. And yeah, so that's pretty wild. And yeah, so that's been the last several months of all this stuff has been kind of going through that whole process, which is just crazy. And it's this weird thing of like having a realtor say, like, well, house prices are going to be up real high for a long time, but COVID is settling down, so we think that's going to make the market kind of stabilize, and maybe the market won't be so crazy. And then they're like, oh, but COVID went crazy again, so it's on still. Which, that's good for selling this place, bad for buying another place, but it all, I don't know. It's just weird to hear the context of like, well, it's good for you personally if this gets worse. It's like, I don't know, I don't want to hear that. Not that the realtors, not that anyone said that. Like, hey, you better hope COVID gets bad again because your house is blah, blah, blah. Like, no. Nothing like that, but it's just a weird, that's capitalism, right? Crazy appraisal guarantees. We waived the appraisal on the other end of it. That was the recommendation from. We did a quick close. We did all that, like all this other shit. Like I don't. I know. I bought this place in 04, I think, or 05, and in the process learned a lot about. Buying a house, but not really. I just sat in an office and signed a bunch of paperwork and all this other stuff. And this process has been a lot crazier. And yeah, so it's a trip, and we're gonna yeah, we'll have room, because we have another baby on the way. I've said that, but it's like I don't know how many people ever hear that, but that's the impetus for this. Really, is well, it's multiple reasons, I guess, at the end of the day. But we need more room for more kids. That's the main thing there. But I need room to work, and initially it was like, okay, well maybe I clear out of that office and move out here and turn this into an office, and then we'll have enough bedrooms for kids, and then I can work out here and make noise at night and do whatever I need to do. We started down that road, and it's just like this garage will get up to like 92, 93 degrees, and so I would have to do a lot of work to make sure that this is now a cooled room. I would probably have to finish it, so to speak, and a bunch of other stuff. And so that was not going to be some walk in the park either. So we just started looking at options and seeing what the possibilities were, and some stuff seemed within reach that would be a little bigger than this place, and all that sort of stuff. So we were able to make it happen, which is awesome. I feel very lucky to be in that position. It's nuts. It's fucking nuts. So but now we got to get out and sell this place before I have to start making payments on the other one. There's a whole so yeah, long and short of it is, in about 2 weeks, there'll be trucks here getting stuff and taking it the hell out of here. And, I had to call up to get internet at the new location ready to go. They're going to, a guy's going to come out and wire it and all that stuff. But I'll have an office in this place that is separate from the bedrooms, and that'll be, that's the key difference there. Is I'll have, an office that'll be good to go for that sort of stuff. The previous owners played the drums in that room, and so they've done a little bit of soundproofing. Even we'll see how that holds up. I don't know, but it sounds like that sounds like it could be a pretty good space for the stuff that I need to do, and then maybe set up the garage with like a green screen type thing or something if I need a second set. I don't know. I don't know. We'll get in there and see what the fuck it's like, right? So. Once you start moving stuff in is when all that stuff starts to matter. So yeah, it's been pretty crazy. So like I'll have that coming up, and then about a month after that, we'll be having another babies, toddlers and babies. So it's a lot of it's a lot of stuff all at once. It's been fucking hairy for a while now. It's been very extremely stressful. So. I hope everyone can hear me. I assume this sounds okay. I was looking at the mic levels earlier, but that mic's all the way over there, and it's got a gate on it, and I'm not even talking into it in its direction, so I can't really see chat from here, but it's moving fast. I assume that's everyone saying it sounds fine. Let's just assume that it's everyone saying it sounds fine. Yeah, so it's like I gotta clean stuff, but also I need to throw a bunch of shit away, and I can't really do that until the dumpster gets here. So it's like I'm kind of at an impasse in some ways with what to do next. And the good news is like a ton of this stuff is already in boxes. Like most of the games and game consoles and game systems is already all boxed up in plastic tubs and ready to fucking go. It was really just like the shit that was all over here. I'll see if I can turn this camera over to that area, which is the area that where the NBA Jam machine used to live. That is now in the possession of one Danny O'Dwyer. And yeah, so this whole area is open now. It's crazy. It's been a long time since people have been able to stand here for much of anything. So this is a box that pre-release Xbox One came in. I'm going to set it over here with these other Xbox Ones. This is the box an original Xbox Debug console came in. You can tell by the way it says Xbox Debug console on the box. Those bags need to be vacuumed again. The seal on them is no good. Here's a Capcom press kit. Oh, hey, slides. I found some slides finally. I knew I had some Capcom slides around here somewhere. We'll set these aside. This is from when Street Fighter 2 was coming to the Genesis, I guess. Well, wait. Okay, PlayStation and Saturn. Well, what is... Oh, these slides are older. That's what it is. The slides don't go with the press kit. The press kit is PlayStation and Saturn era. But these are... God, you need to be able to see these. Hopefully you can see these. These slides are from when Street Fighter 2 was announced for the Genesis. And you may have seen these images in magazines at the time. Many of them are just screenshots of the game, but this one you can see Mega Man and Sonic shaking hands, and then their hands, and then the box art. Oh, that's gonna fall. No, we're good. My bag is inflating. I think the seal on it broke or... Well, shit. So yeah, I think you can see that, right? Those top two up here. And then the rest are just pre-release screenshots from the game, which I think beta builds have leaked out that probably correspond to these screenshots. I think these might be a little bit different than final, if I had to guess, but I'm just guessing. And then the rest of this press kit is like Marvel Superheroes comes home for PlayStation and Saturn. Q4 96. It will sell at a suggested retail price of $65.95. What? Are you telling me games were $60 before games were $60? That sounds a little bit more like $70 to me. $65.95 might as well be $70 at that point. The Rockstar Sticker. So this is an E3 press kit. Who? Capcom Entertainment, a leading developer and distributor of interactive entertainment for the Super Nintendo, Sega Saturn, and Sony PlayStation. What? Special events at Capcom's booth at E3, including special appearance by Stan Lee, co-creator of Spider-Man, The Incredible Hulk, and more, to autograph Marvel Superheroes poster. Street Fighter Alpha 2 and Marvel Superheroes Arcade contests. Marvel Superheroes live and in person and available for photos. When? Stan Lee, Thursday, May 16th from 3:30 to 5:30. And so on and so forth. At E3, Capcom booth South Hall, booth number 12,906. Werewolf the Apocalypse will rage on 32-bit systems. Capcom Entertainment today debuted Werewolf the Apocalypse for the Sega Saturn and Sony PlayStation, an action-adventure game based on the wildly popular storytelling system, capital S, created by White Wolf. Werewolf the Apocalypse presents players with an exciting new 3D isometric environment. One of the first two products developed by Capcom Digital Studios, Capcom's US-based R&D division. Werewolf is scheduled to release in the third quarter of 1996 and will sell at a suggested retail price of $64.95. Major Damage is here to save your town whether you wanted him to or not. When Lord Fugu's minions are afoot and Retro City is being menaced by hordes of armed goons, there's only one man to call. Unfortunately, he's busy, so the hapless citizens are stuck with the overenthusiastic ministrations of none other than Major Damage. Answering a call to duty that wasn't even asked for, Major Damage swings into action to the distant echo of a city's groans with the heartening battle cry, "So sue me!" This state-of-the-art computer-rendered two-player action shooter pummels his way this August for the Sega Saturn and Sony PlayStation. Major Damage will sell at a suggested retail price of $64.95. All the characters of the game were created on high-powered Silicon graphics workstations using a combination of Alias Power Animator and Wavefront. Weird. What a weird thing. Darkstalkers, The Night Warriors hits the Sony PlayStation. $66.95. I like that they're all... this is Snes. Marvel Superheroes in War of the Gems for Super Nintendo. Suggested retail price, $68.95. That's just a $70 game. At that point. That's just $70. Capcom's Balloon Poppin' Buster Brothers collection will save the day. PlayStation and Saturn, $54.95. It's much more reasonable. Even though Buster Brothers is... Okay, here's the full E3 lineup for Capcom in 96. Buster Brothers collection for PlayStation and Saturn. Darkstalkers, The Night Warriors for PlayStation. Fox Hunt for PC CD-ROM, PlayStation and Saturn. Major Damage for PlayStation and Saturn. Marvel Superheroes for PlayStation and Saturn. Marvel Superheroes in War of the Gems for Snes. Night Warriors, Darkstalkers Revenge for Saturn. Resident Evil for PlayStation. Star Gladiator for PlayStation. Star Gladiator. Street Fighter Alpha for PlayStation and Saturn, which was already out at the time. Street Fighter Alpha 2 for PlayStation and Saturn, and Werewolf the Apocalypse for PlayStation and Saturn. Fuck yeah, Star Gladiator. Resident Evil on track to become the top-selling game for the Sony PlayStation. In little more than 6 weeks, Resident Evil has sold more than 250,000 units. Wow. It carries a suggested retail price of $66.95. Wild. Fox Hunt is a spy thriller with action, adventure, and dueling Elvises. Great. Then we got a little pamphlet here with some of these games in it. Together, you and Capcom will blaze a trail into the next generation of gaming. It's you. That's like a cool full color, nice thing. Little Star Gladiator. Little Buster Brothers collection. Hell yeah, man, Buster Brothers is good. A little pang for that ass. Resident Evil, Alpha 2, Night Warriors, and War of the Gems. The Capcom hint line, call 1-900-680-CLUE, 79 cents per minute for 24-hour pre-recorded information, 99 cents per minute for live game counselor assistance. Fantastic. I'm glad I found these slides. I was, the last time Steve was here, we were talking about slides for a minute, and it's like, I know these slides are somewhere, and here they are. We found them. Great. I will set these aside. What else? Got a bunch of drumsticks. These aren't even, I don't even think these are rock band. These are just drum. No, some of these are. Oh, okay. Here we go. So some of these are just drumsticks. That's a Rock Band drumstick. That's a set of Rock Band drumsticks and a set of Guitar Hero drumsticks. And then one drumstick that appears to be broken. When Alex moved out east, he left his drums in my garage for a pretty long time, and I think these are probably sticks from that process. Let's see what we got here. Game Informer, you are cordially invited. Yeah. I'll cover the phone number, I guess. This is an invite to the second annual Game Informer Awards at Bally's Hotel in Las Vegas, 1994. Drinks and hors d'oeuvres will begin at 5:30, followed by the award presentation at 6. That's pretty neat. Yeah, they had an event and they gave out like Game of the Year awards. Here, I would later go on to work for this company, I guess, in some form. Viacom had a game division, but then also this would appear to be. All right, this is a picture. I'm wearing the sports coat, so this has got to be CES. This has got to be, like 92. No, it's got to be like 90, 92, 93. It's in here with this, next to this Game Informer thing from 94, January. This could be January 94 as well. I don't know. It's a Polaroid of me hanging out with that fucking guy. I don't remember the circumstances of that at all. I don't know what to make of that. But, me and Rocco, we'd be hanging out. Serious Publishing. Treasure Quest to the Challenge, Treasure Quest to the soundtrack, all sealed up in some kind of press kit for... I'm just going to put this in the stack as is. Here's a Williams press kit. You may know them as Midway. Arcade hits home at 1996 E3. 12 new video game titles. Mortal Kombat rules. There's 3 MK games on the first page. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 for the Saturn, the Snes, and Genesis. Mortal Kombat Trilogy for PlayStation. Oh, weird. Okay, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. This thrilling new title forges all of the mind-blowing excitement of Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 into one unified game for the definitive Mortal Kombat contest. Secret moves, hidden characters, and more than ever before propel MK Trilogy to new levels of gameplay intensity. MK Trilogy will be available for the Sony PlayStation. And now the third game. Mortal Kombat 64. All excitement of Mortal Kombat Trilogy, MK64 is available exclusively for N64 this fall. This is the game for the definitive Mortal Kombat fan. That game would just ship as Mortal Kombat Trilogy. I wonder if they thought like, oh, we gotta put a 64 in it. That's how these games sell. This is just the same page twice. This is just the same. They're like, we got 12 games at E3. Page 1, page 2, just the same Mortal Kombat games again. Here we go. Wait, what? Oh. Wow, this is a weird list of games. Ms. Pac-Man for the SNES. Robotron X for PlayStation. No mention of the N64 version of that here either. Arcade's Greatest Hits for Genesis and SNES. Exciting array of fun-filled events. A live show featuring characters from upcoming game releases and starring some of the real-life actors, including Carrie Hoskins, Sonya Blade, and Vala from War Gods. She played both. And John Turk, Scorpion from Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Oh, this is after the Atari buyout. Jeff Castaneda? Wait, he did... Man, I didn't know he was doing PR for them at this point. Crazy. A backgrounder on Williams Entertainment. This is before they kind of rebranded as Midway. In 1992, video game programmer Ed Boon and his partner, designer John Tobias, created the original Mortal Kombat, which became an immediate hit and controversial pop phenomena. Here's a whole separate press release about Trilogy and Mortal Kombat 64. And Doom 64. And Final Doom for the PlayStation. And War Gods for PlayStation and N64. Area 51 for Saturn and PlayStation. All the hits. All the hits. NHL Open Ice for PlayStation. Yeah, got a press release about Robotron X. Crazy. That's cool. Just make sure this stuff gets in here straight so it doesn't get bent any more than it might already be. Yeah. Ah. Okay. We've got a copy of Volume 1, Issue 7 of PS Extreme, the player's unofficial monthly guide to the PlayStation. Exclusive. Have you seen this wombat? Some Crash Bandicoot, some Pandemonium, Spot Goes to Hollywood, all the hits. Fade to Black. Floating Runner. Did that come out? I know it came out in Japan, but... THQ has obtained the American distribution and publishing rights for Xing's Floating Runner. As featured in the April edition of Export, Floating Runner is a polygon-based real-time 3D action game that features a very Japanesey, and then so that was in quotes, and now in parentheses, for our purposes, Japanesey being defined as a character with weird, spiky hair. Lead character who uses his jumping and shooting skills to destroy the cutesy bad guys and restore happiness, peace, and flowers to the world. Well, that's only our interpretation of the story, but those of you who've played any Jumping Flash or any treasure game will get the basic drill. The game is based around very colorful, mostly flat-shaded polygons, and there are some levels that are breathtaking. The game also makes use of 2 different camera angles that can be toggled between during gameplay. Great. Earthworm Jim 2, Chronicles of the Sword, Skeleton Warriors, True Pinball, yeah. Black Dawn. Here's this Robotron X I've heard so much about. RoboPit. Yeah, this magazine devoted 2 pages to RoboPit. I can't... Is that an E? Oh, that's an 87. So here's some color blindness for you. This is really hard to read. RoboPit's a great game. In conclusion, RoboPit is a great game. And then what do we got? We got Game Informer, December 94. NFL 95 versus Madden 95. What's the final score? It's a great question. Meet the reviewers. Andy, the game hombre. I'm a little tired of traveling, but from what I've seen of the future of video gaming, we've got a lot of cool things to look forward to. Plus, the game companies are pounding out some killer 16-bit titles to finish up the year. This issue features some awesome titles, including Alien vs. Predator, Return of the Jedi, Batman, and of course, Doom. So yeah, this is the original 4 reviewers, as I remember them from Game Informer. It's Andy, Rick, Ross, and Paul, or Andy, Paul, Rick, and Ross, I guess. Ross, the Rebel Gamer. Rick, the Video Ranger. Here's a card that has all the moves from Primal Rage on it. That's handy. Paul the Pro Player gives Aliens vs. Predator a 9. Alright, let's set that over there. I don't know why Here's an issue of Cream magazine, which is not pornographic. It's got Ice-T and Andrew Dice Clay on the cover, and then they wrote Dice-T. Huh? Huh? I don't... It's a music magazine. There's these guys. Look at them. So tough. It's an interview where someone is interviewing Ice-T and Andrew Dice Clay at the same time. I don't think that's for any reason other than they both provoke intense emotional responses. They offend, chide, and provoke, yet they speak truths once you get past their veneers. Jesus Christ. I had a box specifically full of weird magazines that I should probably just throw away, but won't throw away just yet. And then we've got the 5th Garfield Treasury. Here he is trying to do sit-ups. Here he is having a dream about being old. Here he is knocking over a flower. Here he is throwing Nermal over a fence. This happy 10th anniversary, Garfield. So there you go, the 10th anniversary strip. You know, real big moment. What is it? Okay, I should probably... Okay, that's not nudity, but it's close. this some kind of autographed porn thing? It is. Oh, see, she was written on it. Who is this? I can't make out this woman's name, but the poster just says The Pleasure Dome, $29.94, Prison of Love, Genesis Chamber, Circle of Passion. And then whoever did autograph it, oh, Sunset Thomas is what this says. Sunset Thomas. And she has written on it, to Jeff, let's come together. She's written come with 2 M's. Yeah, when friends of mine would go to, you know, the VSDA show or some of the other porn shows. I've never been really big on autographs personally. It's just never been my thing. But they would get autographs from porn people for me, which is nice of them, honestly. I don't even know where to put this, but I cannot bring myself to throw it away on account of she used 2 M's. Which is just hilarious. Invites to the Game Informer party. How many of those do you think survived since 1994? How many of those are kicking around? That's history, baby. Let's just see what else is in this thing. We'll make our way through this bin, and then I'll probably call it a night, because I gotta finish up some stuff. Oh, here's another autograph. Oh, here's my original Atari basic reference manual, 3-hole punched and put into a binder. With some homework. At what port in India did the Portuguese have a trading post? That was question number 1 on my Chapter 20 study questions. And then the rest of this is Atari Basic. Instructions for using Atari Basic. Weird. Here's Portia Lynn, who is a lady from porn movies. This doesn't have any nudity on it. And she has written, "Spank you very much." And the rest of this is all Mad magazines, from the looks of it. And Garfield rolls on, his 11th book. The manual to Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. And Micro Adventure number 8, The Big Freeze. These are cool. This is it's like a choose your own adventure book, but it's got programs in it you can type in. So you get to a point in the story and you gotta like hack the computer to stop the sun turret from killing people or whatever, and then it's like, yo, you gotta run the program, and you gotta type this in to get the next part of the story, or you know, to beat it, and then it wins, and you go on and you type in another program later, and the programs usually don't have a lot of choices in them, but they, you know, list the program and see if you can figure out a way to modify it so that both Sunspot and Annie will be saved. Hint, The bear feeder is checking for a certain number before it lets one of the victims fall. Can you change the number to something that could save them both? If you're stumped, see the reference manual. So it's like you're kind of like hacking the programs. You type them in and then run them and go like, oh no, they died. And then you got to be like, I hacked the program and now no one dies. Yay. It's pretty cool. It's a real cool idea. I don't really have a good spot for books out here. I got some boxes that are full of books, but they're not really accessible. Here's some They Might Be Giants postcards. And this one would appear to be signed by John Flansburgh. Cool. It's a pair of headphones that I'm going to throw away. Here's another Game Informer. Ah. Panzer Dragoon 2. Issue number 3 of Pig Dog. Is this the one I wrote something for? Summer 93. I don't believe so. Anyway. This is all just Mad magazines and the contract when I got my pager from Ronald T. Honda. My man Ron Honda hooking me up over Cook Paging. $143 to buy a pager and get service. The NEC Facts Reporter alphanumeric pager. Facts. Not only does the Facts Reporter come packed with 6 prepared messages, but you also have the ability to customize those messages and then later access them when you want to send a page. Wow. Facts Reporter. What a weird name for a fucking beeper. Anyway. Well. That's mostly Mad magazines, which I think I'll probably just get rid of. Because I don't really need them. Facts Reporter. Now I want to look up the Facts Reporter. NEC Facts Reporter. No, see that? Okay. Maybe if I type in pager. No. Not turning up much. Not turning up much. What am I doing with the arcade cabinets? The ones you can see in the shot, the Ms. Pac-Man, and then behind that's the Area 51, are going to go back to their owner, finally, after a lot of years of them being here. Um, the Street Fighter machine you might be able to see in the corner of the shot. That's coming with me. And then Blitz and Smash TV are coming with me as well. And that's all I've got left here. I've got a Touchmaster machine that I tried to give to Danny O'Dwyer, but he wouldn't take it. But yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff out here. It's not unmanageable. Like packing this stuff is not like end of the world difficult or anything. It really is just the notion of like it's been hard to have time to do it between doing work stuff and having a 2-year-old, and she is very rambunctious. She is a character. She's a character and a half, buddy. She's awesome, but she's a handful. So there's a lot of a lot of diapers to get changed, a lot of me being led around the house to check out. She's brushing the hair on her doll and cool shit like that. Like she's awesome. She's talking so much now. It's great. It's really great. But yeah, so and then she goes to bed, relatively early-ish. So it's hard to pack the house, honestly, because she's unpacking boxes as I'm packing boxes, all that sort of stuff. Most of my office is packed up, except for the kind of crucial computer stuff that I need until the very end. And a lot, yeah. So a lot of that room is pretty packed up. Um, the garage, I need to get some more work done, for sure, but it's coming along. And I'm just kind of waiting on a dumpster at this point, because there's a lot of stuff that's going to get thrown out, and it's junk. It's not. I mean, like I'm saving good shit. Like the box for NES Tetris is staying. It's a lot of stuff that, even though I don't know if I own the game anymore, I've got the box. So I've got the box for Quest 64 sitting over here. I mean, I got to keep that, right? That's like, that would be crazy to get rid of that. So and then this box right here, actually, which maybe I should turn this back. This box is all sealed copies of games. Um, Nothing too amazing in here, but and I don't want to pull too much out because I packed it just so. Um, like a sealed copy of Donkey Kong Jr. for the 7800. You know. What do we got here? A bunch of PlayStation stuff. Ready to Rumble boxing for the Dreamcast. Urban Chaos for PlayStation. Family Feud. Like 5 sealed copies of Evil Zone for the PlayStation 1. Got a bunch of those somehow. I don't know. Um, 2 sealed copies of Cyber Tiger for the N64. Sealed copy of NBA Showtime for the N64. Skunk. I'll talk about moving out of here. Here's a good reason. I gotta go inside and close up the windows before the whole house gets fucking skunked. I swear to fucking God. just the fucking worst, man. So I I live close to like a relatively open field, and this time of year you're just chilling. It's a nice cool breeze after a hot day, so you got your windows open. And then fucking skunk stench. And they're usually not close. But I have seen we have a motion detector, and it's particularly strong and bad. So I came out to just kind of make sure windows were closed and all that other stuff, and literally saw one of these fuckers walking across the lawn. You almost never smell them during the day. And they come at night, and it's bad. It's fucking bad. And it happens. I feel like it didn't always happen, but it's just the last handful of years. Just summertime just becomes skunk time, and I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it fucking sucks. Who would want to live like this? Is fuck. Please buy my house. I'm gonna go out here and hopefully not get skunk. All right. Well, the smell is gone now because the wind must have shifted. But I can still smell it in the garage because it just collects. Ugh. So there's that. And then also sometimes on hot days in the summer, during the day, farmers will be fertilizing, and then this whole side of town just smells like cow shit. And I was just talking about this with my wife today, because I grew up here, and it's just like it happens, and you're just like, oh yeah, it kind of smells like cow shit today, whatever, and it's not that big a deal. When she moved here, she didn't move here in the summertime, and so she was here for a while, and then rolls around to summertime, and it just the whole town stinks of fucking cow shit, and she's like, what's that? And I was like, oh right, I didn't tell you. This place you moved to, sometimes it just smells like cow shit. It's just a fucking bummer, man. So that's what the fuck's going on over here. Bad smells. And so on and so forth. What can I... Yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of games in here still that are still loose. Like this copy of Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the Gamecom. Or at least this is the box for it. Is the game in here? Yes, the game is in there. Too dumb to fold the box back up. Too stupid to do it. Ah! That's where I'm at. Fucking skunks and cow shit and packing and losing my fucking mind. You know, regular ass shit. But, you know, it's short-term stress, I guess, right? So, getting through it, doing my thing. You know, podcasting, living the life, all that shit. So, hanging out with this sealed copy of F1 World Grand Prix for the PlayStation. What more can you ask for, really? But yeah, it's all kind of coming to a head, right? Because you know, it's like I'm gonna move, and then as I'm getting settled, it was when the baby is due, so it's gonna be kind of one thing after another here for me for a bit, and it's pretty wild, but it's exciting. You know, it's all good shit. It's just like a lot of life happening right now. You know, it's just been sorting through everything, and all that. So you know, I'm gonna go and get some other stuff done inside before bedtime. And yeah, so thanks everybody for hanging out. Mostly just wanted to give you an update on how stuff's going out here. It's coming together. And when the dumpster gets here, it'll be a lot easier to just like get rid of a ton of shit. And then I can start pulling down some of the boxes from up top. And I got all these movie posters I don't know what I'm going to do with. They're all like real one sheets, but a lot of them have pinholes in them and stuff. And they're all, you know, probably pretty dirty by now. They were like my old roommate's posters and stuff. And, you know, it's the sort of stuff that if they were in really nice shape, maybe you could throw them on eBay or something. But I'm probably not going to do any of that. So I don't know. A lot of that stuff might just get tossed. And what else? My saxophone from junior high is up there. But I kind of want to keep it. I don't know. I kind of want to keep it and start playing it again. I wouldn't really know how. I'm going to have to relearn a lot of which note is which type stuff, but there's a part of me that wants to fucking play the fucking saxophone some more. I don't even really like the sound of the sax all that much. It just I don't know. My friend was gonna play sax, and no, I guess I tried to play the trumpet and couldn't. I just couldn't figure out how to make the mouth go. And so I switched to clarinet and played clarinet for a year, and that was fine. And then after that, I switched to sax because it's still like a woodwind type of thing, with reeds and whatnot. So it was same basic technique, just different hands, hands and fingers and such. And I played that for a few years and through junior high, and then when I got to high school, the band teacher in high school was a fucking prick, a real piece of shit, and fuck that guy, for basically like ruining my desire to play music for years after that, because he was so hyper competitive about who was in the first chair and is the marching band gonna win this, and it just fucking sucked. It was just like, that's not fucking music. You're gonna fucking compete. It's fucking music. Get fucked. That sucked. What a dick. All right. I want to wrap it up. So, Everybody have a good night. And don't get skunked. Stay away from the skunks. I got skunk repellent. I'm gonna go apply the skunk repellent, and then I will leave you. This is my life now, walking around spraying skunk repellent. Not for long. If I get to this, if I end up moving, and there's skunks there, I'm not going to be shooting this. I'm going to be fucking shooting stuff. That neighborhood will stink forever, because I will be stacking bodies. Of skunks, I should specify. Well, I think the wind blew a lot of that back onto my feet and legs. So, if you're a skunk, you must be hating my feet and legs right now. As opposed to normal. People love my feet and legs. They love that shit. Alright, I'm gonna go. Have a good night. I gotta go over here and push buttons now. Okay, so I need to remote into this machine. And then I smell the skunk again. I smell it. Come at me, man. Come at me. Where is it? Motherfucker. Go get in a knife fight with a skunk.